Hello class, so what we are going to be looking at the end of this week on Friday, we're going to be taking all the information that we've been talking about in regards to how the United States starts to form as the United States, the passing of the Constitution, and the first major debates that came up after the Revolutionary War and early on after the Constitution was passed. And one of the biggest debates that we have is between Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson. And so to go through what they're arguing about is the first creation of a national bank, which is something that Alexander Hamilton is very much in favor of. He is a Federalist, so he believes that there should be more power in the hands of the federal government. Thomas Jefferson is the exact opposite. He is an anti-federalist, and if it's not in the Constitution, if it wasn't explicitly said in the Constitution, then he's not having it. And so there's this major debate over whether or not the country should create a national bank, or what we know today as the Treasury. So, what are we going to look at? Well, if you haven't heard of a pretty awesome new musical that's come out called Hamilton. And Hamilton tells the story of Alexander Hamilton and highlights the major debates that were going on at the time that Alexander Hamilton was the Secretary of the Treasury. And so we are going to watch a video, or really listen to the first, it's a rap battle of the first cabinet meeting where Jefferson and Hamilton are arguing over the creation of this national bank. So what you guys are going to do is watch this video, listen to the words, and also follow along on our Google Doc. So you got the link to the video right there. Alright, so now you're going to follow along with the lyrics to the song on our left, and then on the right is some annotation to go along with these lyrics and what they're exactly talking about as the song goes on. So you have Jefferson, he starts it off, dueling against each other, okay, and then it's going to get thrown to Hamilton, go through his arguments, what he's trying to say, follow along with the annotation as we go through. So there you go. So that's what we're going to take a look at first, is the music from Hamilton and the first cabinet battle. And then just follow up with this wrap-up question down here. Based upon what you read, what are some areas of disagreement between Hamilton and Jefferson that are not highlighted in the song? So what we've talked about. All right. So after you go ahead and listen to the song and follow along with the annotations, at the bottom of our Google Doc here, we have excerpts from the actual arguments made by Hamilton and Jefferson at the time. So I want you to go ahead and read through those and start breaking down the arguments that are highlighted in these excerpts of, why Hamilton wanted a national bank, what his arguments were in favor of the national bank, and what arguments Jefferson was making in opposition to the creation of the national bank. And so go ahead and break those down in the two questions down here. So I hope you enjoy the music from Hamilton, and if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, bye-bye.